The board chairman for Solidia Ghana, Professor Raymond Atujoba, in a statement said there's need to pay a levy because Ghana is on high rates of external debt distress, with threshold breach from the present value of external debt to give by the current government for the economic assurance that the state government will not run to IMF for a bailout.
Sector workers in some 3 months unless a miracle happens. The Minister for Finance has weighed in very fine and polished English. He says something like, quote, "The legitimate reality is that there is no money," unquote. At least he has confessed to us that there are some illegitimate realities. Here we recall the African adage, quote, "If a crocodile comes out of the water and tells you that the fish is dead, do you challenge?" Unquote. Will not be able to fund the free SHS scheme, pay the District Assembly's Common Fund, pay the National Health Insurance Levy, pay the Ghana Education Trust Fund, pay the salaries of government workers, pay lecturers in public universities, and end the debilitating strike action by them, pay the arrears owed various contractors, build roads and other infrastructure, and create jobs for the youth. The finance minister finally says that government may have to generate monies from fuel price hikes, which are already taking place, and leading to increases in transport fares. Costs are rising in Ghana. Housing, water, electricity, gas, and other fuels at 28.7%, as well as transport at 17.4%, pushing the rate of inflation for January 2022 to 13.4%, according to the Ghana Statistical Service. The Ghana Statistical Service also revealed that food inflation recorded a rate of 13.7%, having risen from 12.8% in the previous month, and for an average of 10.4% in the previous several months before that, so it's climbing. Non-food inflation also went up in January 2022 to 14.1%. IMF debt sustainability analysis on Ghana in December 2019, months before COVID hit Ghana, had this to say, quote, "Before COVID, they told us, quote, Ghana is at high risk of external debt distress, with threshold breached on the present value of external debt to GDP ratio, the debt service to export ratios, and the external debt service to revenue ratios, with the latter exceeding the threshold throughout the forecast horizon." So we should not accept the lie that our current economic situation was created by COVID. It is not true. Third, we must compel the current government to fix its own economic mess. Carry your own shit, excuse my French. We will not be your night soil carriers in the future. At the end of June 2020, Ghana's debt stock was approximately 258.4 billion Ghana cedis, an increase of 118% in just 4 years. How bad? Fourth, we must ensure that the government does not run to the IMF for a bailout. Like Minister for Finance Ken Ofori-Atta has said, quote, "Whatever we do, we are not going to the IMF. The consequences are dire. We are a proud nation. We have the resources. We have the capacity. We are not people of short sight," unquote. Whilst I do not agree with his mode of managing our economy, I agree with the Minister for Finance when he says we should not.
There are principles of taxation. One basic principle is fairness.
Also speaking at the event was the Director for Election National Democratic Congress, Mr. Elvis Efriye Ankrah, said that there is need to cut down the expenditure at the presidential level for the sake of the vulnerables in Ghana.
for chilling. Okay, so now you've gotten to a point where debtors are holding your neck, and it's okay. We should allow you to create another avenue for taxation. We are saying no. Cut the chilling. Stop the beer. Stop the kebab. Okay, so in practical terms, President, stop using a private jet. Cut down on the number of ministers. Cut down on the expenditure at the presidencies, which has gone up to about 3 billion Ghana cedis. The president of Ghana, the office of the president, is spending more money in terms of equivalence, more than the White House. How does this happen? So those are the things. If they cut down,
two different economies.
there are two. So Ghana's economy, Ghana should spend more. Exactly, precisely. You have a U.S. economy which is in trillions of dollars, and you are borrowing money, and you want to spend more money on yourself. Does it make sense to you? So they should show us, first of all, they should account for the monies that they've taken. They should cut down on government expenditure. They should cut down on expenditure. They should fire the minister. What is the problem?
Fire which
Why?
minister?
The finance minister.
Why?
What has he done?
He's the one responsible. Is he not the one? Is he not the one who went and took bonds at 19.5% when at that time the market rate was 10%? This is a minister who benefits directly. He and his Dubois, the deputy, or is it the deputy or whatever? They benefit directly from every bond that we take. It's incestuous. You don't know as a media man, when they go and borrow, they are the brokers for Eurobond. So they benefit directly. Can you imagine Setepe and Atufosen being brokers, that anytime Ghana goes to borrow money, their companies benefit? It's insane. So things are happening in this country that is crazy. This should never happen. It's unacceptable. And we expect media CSOs to speak. It's crazy. This should not happen anywhere. That the Minister of Finance benefits directly anytime Ghana goes to collect Eurobonds. And that is why they keep on going for the Eurobonds. It doesn't even make sense at very high interest rates. Now that avenue is blocked. They say we should open another avenue for you again. The president should sack him. There should be a reshuffle. He should shake the system. Then that will give people confidence that he's serious. Otherwise, with what is happening now, never.
MP for Medina constituency, Honorable Francis Zazia Zozu, in his interview said that there's need for government to provide the tangible evidence with the fund that has already been collected since the last 6 years in order to assure Ghanaians the benefit of e-levy.
And we have a legislative instrument that guarantees it. Why not work with it? Because we want our nation to progress. Taxation is not punishment, it is responsibility. However, when the managers of those funds are not showing good faith,
some urgent steps from government to show that they are really taking the people of Ghana seriously. For the fact that government during this COVID, period, it is a bit suspicious to ever believe that if government is given the opportunity to collect this e-levy, Ghanaians are going to benefit from the use of this e-levy. Now, yes, it's a cow now and what the gang will say that now, if you have been given so much in terms of revenue in the last 6 years, you've borrowed in excess of now 250 billion. You have COVID funds over 25 billion, and yet we don't have any tangible reference or any tangible asset, any tangible development with these funds. How can we be sure that 6 billion that you want to collect from e-levy, you can use that money for the benefit of Ghanaians? Then secondly, I don't agree to the argument that e-levy is going to bring many more people into the tax bracket. Yes, it will bring people to the tax bracket. Ask yourself, which people are you bringing to the tax bracket? As we speak now, the unemployment rate in Ghana, in nominal terms, is over 10 million Ghanaians who are willing to work and yet do not have jobs. Over 10 million. Now, these 10 million Ghanaians still do transact in Momo because there are people who rely on remittances from their sisters, their brothers, their mothers. Students who are in school rely on remittances from their parents through Momo. Now you go to the hospital, sometimes because you don't have physical cash, you may want to pay for medicals with Momo, and so on and so forth. So these are the monies that form the bulk of what government is seeing that government is seeking to tax. So you are actually going to tax people who are already paying taxes anyway. Not only that, you are going to tax people who do not even have the means to resort to regular banking and so on and so forth. So we are saying that much of the people you are bringing on board through this Momo tax are going to be people who are already suffering, who are already burdened. So government need to deepen consultation on this Momo tax. So for example, what Professor Atuguba proposed today would have come to light if government had resorted to consultation.
How about the town hall meetings?
Town hall meeting with who? The question is
Ghanaians.
town hall with who?
Ghanaians.
Town hall meetings are just party meetings that they are attending.
Really?
Oh, of course. Bringing party faithfuls and people who come together and be talking about, oh, you pay levy, you need those things. You have said nothing. If you want to do a real, you can do. You are all media houses. You can go ahead and do media survey. So far, where are we with the quest for e-levy? Whether Ghanaians are now satisfied that they want to pay e-levy or they don't want to pay e-levy. Honestly speaking, many people have said no to e-levy, and as a minority caucus in parliament, we are only standing in with the people of Ghana who are saying no to e-levy. If government is really serious about this e-levy, one, government will need to withdraw what they have sought to even table in parliament. That's the first thing they need to do. Then having withdrawn it, government will have to deepen its consultation. It might be a bipartisan consultation that will